with your whole ass, not your half ass. With your whole ass, not your half ass. Good evening, peoples. What it do? What it do? What it do?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
It's that time. What up, though?
What's good?
Ain't nothing.
How y'all doing this fine evening?
Enjoying this 5-day weekend because of the snow.
What? It snowed heavy up there?
Enough for the school system to be like, nah.
For the rest of the week?
We was off yesterday. We was off today, and we just got a text message that we didn't got to go in. So basically, I'm off again tomorrow.
This generation is screwed. This generation is screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Screwed.
Yeah, I saw somewhere that said y'all keep closing schools. That's why everybody think 5 + 5 is key.
Yeah.
I saw that too.
Let me get into
21.
This intro.
It is all in the comments. 21.
21.
Welcome 21. To another episode of the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast, where we get all up in your business and discuss the topics that matter to us most each and every Tuesday, which we lovingly call Fat Tuesday, right here on PGC Media, Facebook, YouTube, and we are also streaming live on Sarcarigans. Thanks to the team over there. And we are once again live on Instagram. So, hey, y'all. Hey, over there on Instagram. What's up? We want to make sure y'all know that we over there so y'all can hop over there and check us out. We on IG again. We will continue to be on IG for the next couple of weeks to see how it goes. See if y'all like us on IG. Let us know. Send us a message, a DM or something to let us know that y'all like seeing us on Instagram. And, we're going to keep it rocking and rolling from there. And then soon enough, within the next week or so, we'll be streaming live from our website. So you'll be able to check us out live on our website. I know y'all like, girl, when is website coming? It's coming. I promise you. Relax, relate, release is coming. But I want y'all to know we up in this thing. Turning stuff on. Messing with stuffs. But yeah, I'm your girl Leo Rochelle. And in the building tonight, it looks like I'm by myself. I'm the only lady up in this thing with all the fellas. So we got here next to me.
That was nice.
We got right, look like it. We got Pablo up in this thing. Pablo, tell the people who you are and how they can connect with you.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is your boy Pablo, a.k.a. Gumshoe Grandson, a.k.a. the Bearded Wonder, a.k.a. the Pod Boss. Mr. More a.k.a.s in HBCU. Pinkies up. You can catch me, Sarcarigans, over everything. Sarcarigans on Facebook, Sarcarigans on Instagram, Sarcarigans on YouTube, TikTok, all that good stuff. And we got a website, www.sarcarigans.com. All your old heads put www in front of stuff.
Okay then. Alrighty. Down there at the bottom, the ride or die. We got the one and only, the mouth in the building. Mouth, tell the people how they can connect with you.
Hey, what's up, good people, man? Check me out. I'm just all around everywhere. Hit me up on IG at the_mouth247. Just hang out with me, man, and find out what I got going on, and then we can move on from there. You can be a part of the life, and I can be a part of your life, and we can make each other life better.
Come on, man.
Okay, P. Diddy. Your friends get with my friends, and we can be friends. We can do this every weekend.
Right.
Sorry, I'm over here sending out links and things. And then down here, the man in the dark, whispering in the dark.
Hey,
we got the one and only Moses, aka Haitian boy Moses. Telling people who he is, sir.
What's going on? What's going on? It's Moses, Haitian boy, representing Haiti to the fullest. Straight out, huh?
Baptiste.
Yeah, actually, my cousin Baptiste is on here right now. Shout out to the Baptiste family.
Shout out to Baptiste.
Definitely.
What's up?
Reside in Philly, straight out of Brooklyn. Definitely, I'm a photographer. If you ever need your headshots, I got headshot specials going on right now. $75. Let's go.
Whoa. Okay, pause.
Yes, let's go. We can do this. I'm willing to travel as well. But hit me up on my website, www.haitianboyimages.com, and I'll be glad to help you guys out.
That's what's up. He said he'll travel to shoot your head.
There you go. Make sure that head gets shot.
The head will get shot.
You know what? This one I'm gonna have to endure today.
Nah, we just talking about headshots.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we haven't done one of these in a while. Oh, before I hop into that, tonight we got a very special guest that'll be hopping on here with us in a little while. We have none other than Leslie Johnson, who is a former WNBA player and Indiana Hall of Famer. She will be joining us in a little while to discuss the afterlife of professional sports and what that looks like. And then also she'll be talking to us about her foundation that is called Hush No More LLC. So she'll be hopping on here with us in a little while to talk about that and all of that good stuff, what she's got going on. And of course, we're going to talk a little bit about basketball. I don't know nothing about it because I don't be watching it, but we're going to dive into that a little bit here shortly. But up first, we haven't done one of these in a while, and we're going to hop into it. We're going to let Pablo do his thing. So we gonna ask y'all, what y'all learned about today? What y'all learned about today?
He got the hoodie on.
Pablo, it's on you. So what you wanna do?
Hey, everybody, what's going on? What y'all lying about today? What y'all lying about today is that the Dallas Cowboys is America's team.
Wow.
That's the hell y'all lying about today. Okay. These mofos ain't won nothing in 28 years.
You just decided to start on violence.
Yes. 28 years, they have not won anything. They have not made it to the championship game since I was in high school. That's how old I am. I remember that.
Emmitt Smith. Smith.
Okay. And also
cocaine boys.
Exactly. They took cocaine out of Dallas. They started losing. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, call the connect. Get them back. All right. And then also one other thing. I'm from Baltimore. I love it. I'm proud of it. They will stop calling Lamar elite. Okay. My man is 1-3 in the playoffs. Okay. He ain't won nothing. Stop calling him elite. Okay. If you win in the regular season and you lose in the tournament, nobody remembers you. Stop calling him elite.
You got a point there. We got a point.
There you go.
Got a point. He a bad man. He a bad man right now.
He a bad man.
Who's these people?
Lamar Jackson is a country man from a country town who plays football for the Baltimore football team. Okay.
Actually, they paid him a lot of money to play football.
They paid him a lot of money.
They paid him a lot of money.
He's north of 250. Okay. And that's M's. but he ain't won nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Right. So stop calling him elite.
He ain't won nothing and he make that kind of money?
He win in the regular season. It's just when he get to the tournament,
he ain't won. Okay, no.
Let's say first, the NFL is weird because all you have to do is have one good season and they give you the world.
Mm-hmm.
Then you suck.
Exactly.
Zeke, exactly what happened to Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
They gave my man like $150 million. And then the next couple of years, he couldn't even do 200 yards.
There you go.
It's just, yeah, it's bad.
And I'm from the town, and I say stop calling him elite. He need to win something first.
Football's getting too kind of. It's not even exciting to watch no more.
And my Knicks gonna win.
All these words now for
the Knicks. My Knicks gonna win it all. Let's go.
The who?
I'm done.
Wow.
I've been a Knicks fan since birth. So don't
you woke up on violence. I'm from New York, and I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. You woke up on violence.
All of these words.
I'm not saying he's trash. He's just not elite. Okay, Michelle. He's not trash.
You can't call him elite. He hasn't proven nothing.
Yeah, that's it. He's just not elite.
Oh, she coming at you now. Are you saying Lamar trash?
Would you say he's top tier? Would you say he's top tier?
He is top tier. He is.
Yeah. For what they got in the league, yes, he's top tier.
Let me tell you something. Only one thing I get tired. They compare Lamar to Mike Vick. No,
they don't need to do that. He's not even Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all. He's nothing but a rerun. I tell people all the time. Ain't nothing brand new. It's all a rerun.
I agree.
He got big legs and Cunningham's arm.
I would say he's better than Vic.
Whoa!
What?
I would say he's better than Vic.
What?
Yes.
See,
Lamar
let me explain something. I'm an Atlanta fan. I'm a diehard Atlanta fan. Vic was a good player. He was Showtime. But all he did was bring black people back to the game. That's what he did. Black people weren't supporting the Falcons until they got Vic, and Vic was Showtime. Vic was not a superstar elite quarterback.
No, he wasn't.
He was not. He just had good legs. He couldn't. He wasn't a great passer.
No,
Lamar can pass the ball.
Yeah. He don't have decision-making skills like Vic.
He really didn't have accuracy. Vic didn't have no accuracy, but Vic had an arm.
That's it. He can chuck
it. Vic had an arm.
You gotta get to where he throwing it to. He ain't gonna get it to you.
He made you go get the ball.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's it.
He said, I'm gonna throw it down there, go get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But
Lamar didn't put the Ravens on the map. They won a Super Bowl before Lamar got
there.
Joe Flacco put the they blocked downtown. They blocked downtown when they won. I couldn't get nowhere.
Hold on. Flacco put Baltimore Ravens on the map. Flacco.
That's why I wanted Flacco to come back home.
It's a big deal for Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar's if he does well in the playoffs, he'll be there. He'll be there.
This is his time.
Yeah.
This is his time.
Right, shut up. They not even talking about basketball. They talking about football. I know that much.
This is his time right now.
If Lamar out there like that,
if Lamar goes out early, that's it. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
Nah, I agree. But like I said, NFL is getting kind of stagnant right now. The NFL is getting kind of stagnant.
They changed
too much money.
Yeah, too much money, and you can't hit nobody.
Nobody. Yeah, you can't hit nobody. Everything's getting soft. It's crazy. I don't like it.
Yeah. This is a male-dominated conversation tonight, huh?
It's okay.
She's sitting there like
the Super Bowl? Oh, the 49ers and
I'm just gonna nod and smile.
Right, the 49ers and the Ravens, if everything go right.
Wait a minute. Well, who y'all got for the Super Bowl?
It's Niners and the Ravens, if everything go right.
You said Niners and the Ravens?
Mm-hmm. There's nobody in NFC that can stop.
I'm actually gonna go for a disappointing team. I'm gonna pick somebody who's real 6 seed.
What, the Bucks?
I'm gonna say Green Bay. And
I mean, they gotta beat the Niners in California.
I think that's gonna be upset. I think that's gonna really be upset.
I've been a Niners fan since I was.
I think that's gonna be upset.
I've been a Niners fan since I was 6 years old. Don't hurt my heart like this.
I don't care who you. I'm just saying. I'm going for the upset. I'm going for the upset. I am. I'm even gonna bet on FanDuel for that. I'm going for the underdog. You know?
Okay.
Right.
Don't bet too much.
Hold on, we didn't see Eagles. Hold on, nobody saw Tampa Bay beating Buck. I mean, Tampa Bay losing to the Eagles, winning to the Eagles. Nobody saw
I did.
happen.
I did.
I knew the Eagles was going to lose first round.
Hold on.
No matter who they play.
This how it is. Eagles, once they get slapped by a bad team, they usually come back with vengeance a little bit. Yeah. But for them to lose back to back, like this is whoa.
They haven't been the same since the 49ers came in there and beat them. They haven't been the same.
Facts. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So.
They had a dumb coach. Like that last game when they lost Brown and what's called got hurt. I was like, that was a waste of personnel. They should have been on the bench drinking hot chocolate, watching that last game.
Yeah.
Getting ready for this game.
That's what I would have been doing. I'll tell you that much.
Because it didn't serve a purpose for them.
They only had 4 plays. Eagles only had 4 plays. That's all they had.
It didn't serve no purpose.
They only had 4 plays for the whole season.
Michelle said the Eagles choked. I don't think they choked. I think that was just them. That was just them. They secondary wasn't gonna handle Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they've been choking for a minute. Like they horrible.
And then Hurts. I've never been impressed by him. So
but see what I'm talking about? They gave him a shitload of money last year.
Yeah.
See what I'm talking about?
And they made a big deal about it because it was like he had like an all-woman team that got him the bag.
Yeah, because he has an all-woman. I'm gonna give him up for that though. He has an all-woman staff. His agent is a woman. His publicist is a woman. Yeah, that's cool. And African American at that. So I'll give him that.
Lamar Mama got him his bag.
Yeah, but they got him a bag. But
Lamar Mama went in there like, my son needs all this money right now.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Lamar Mama got him his bag.
Yeah. All right, Leo, I'm finished.
I'm
finished, Leo. That's what they lying about, though. I just had to do it. I had to throw that in there because it's football season. That's what they lying about.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all because I learned a little
they got
something.
So many
I'm like,
going on about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just gonna be like, "Can y'all notice I'm clueless?"
No, did y'all see the video with the dude did the scarecrow from the Wiz?
Yeah. They're like, you can't win. They sitting on the goal.
That was dope. I thought that was super great.
Thank you, Michelle, for having my back and knowing what the hell they talking about.
Taylor Swift in there swag surfing, looking crazy. She
was going in.
Leo.
She was going in.
I defend Tay to the death.
Who's going to challenge her to a swag?
Yeah. I couldn't defend that one. I defend her to the death. I couldn't defend that. That was crazy.
She was going in.
They said she was whitewater rafting. That's how hard she was surfing. I'm look at that, Leo.
So we can show it.
Yeah, she went extra in. She went extra in on the dive. I was like, damn.
So why nobody sent me that?
Because you don't do football.
She was swag surfing hard.
They do that at the Chiefs game, every game, and so they caught her swag surfing.
I hope my man is ready because when they break up, I hope he knows he has a whole album coming out after him.
Oh yeah, of course.
I hope he knows that. Like that's what she does. She breaks up with you and then drops an album and go on a world tour.
I love it.
That's it.
It makes millions. Let's go.
So I hope he's prepared. And she's gonna say your name in a couple of verses.
Huh?
Is Boosie up here challenging her to a contest?
Yeah, Boosie's challenging her to a swag surfing.
To a swag surfing.
Boosie, why? Tell me why. Why are you challenging her?
Why not? Why not? He's a smart businessman. That was a business move.
Yeah, because she is hot right now. So I get.
Can you imagine how many more people that don't know Boosie will see him if they do a swag surf contest? How many more followers he'll get?
Well, Boosie is like 40, but he looked like he 80, and he moved like he 106. So it's gonna be rough.
He's not your average black man with rhythm. He not.
Yeah, exactly.
that'll be a close contest.
Yeah, I'm a Swiftie for real. If I had enough money, I'd have went to the concert. I couldn't afford a concert.
Oh, you're a Swift? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Lil Boosie opening up for Taylor Swift?
That's why that's the end goal. That's the end goal.
Now that's wild.
No, that would be kind of dope though. I think I'll go. I think I'll become a Swiftie then. If that's since that's the thing, I'll become a Swiftie.
Lord. Okay.
Hold on. What would Boosie sing though in the opening act?
What? I bet you Boosie
Right
be happy. She just be like,
I bet you that crowd would go nuts. I bet you that crowd would go nuts.
For Wipe Me Down?
For Boosie. Yeah, for all that. Like they listen to all that.
Got her own car. I got her own car.
Somebody 13-year-old daughter gonna be in the front row like INDEE.
Listen, do you know what that mean, baby? I am else lost out. Hey. That's my shit right there. I do know that.
There you go.
I don't know all that other shit y'all was talking about, but
Nah, you ain't lying. That was a good strategic business move. That was.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Boosie's gonna get all that notoriety right there.
That's what 85 South did when they was challenging him to come on the show. It was all promo, and then they got probably like one of their biggest view shows ever. So
yeah, everything Boosie go on, he get over 1 million views.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
All right, so who's gonna call Cat Williams? We need a Cat Williams interview.
Bruh.
We need a Cat Williams interview. I think you got more to say.
I was watching the Willie D video, the interview. That was such a hard watch. Like, I don't know who his sound people is compared to Shannon's. That was a difficult watch.
Was it?
Yeah, like he was like the smacking, like it was like intense, like it was crazy. So, and then he's sparking up like every 15 seconds, like every time he answers, like he looked like he's being interrogated.
Wow.
Oh wow.
And Willie D don't know how to ask questions, so but that's just Willie D. Shout out to Willie D though. Shout out to Willie D.
Shout out to him after you just said.
Guess what?
You just talk shit about this man. Talking about some shout out to him.
It's constructive criticism.
Pablo, this is you. You ain't shit. All right? This is you right now. You ain't shit. You gotta give my man a whole horrible review. It's like you gave him no stars on Uber.
Hey.
But shout out to him though. Like,
he got me to where I needed to go. But yeah, you only getting 1 star. Don't even worry about it.
So what was the interview about?
The same shit Shannon talked about.
Wow. Nothing different?
Yeah. Just Willie's was an hour and 20 minutes, and Shannon's was 3 hours. That's it.
Wow. So it was a recap.
Only thing he added was the issue between him and Ali Sadiq. That's it.
What's the issue?
Everything else is the same.
I haven't fully dived into the whole interview thing because first of all, my attention span isn't that fucking long to watch the full thing because it's like 3 hours or something, and I'm like,
but you're gonna like it though. You're gonna like it.
You'll watch. You just watch Shannon get uncomfortable. That's the best part of it.
He gets real uncomfortable.
He gets real uncomfortable when he says certain
shit. He's mentioning names. He's going direct.
Yeah. Those are those are his friends. So he's hearing them talk about his friends, and he has to sit there and take it.
That's the
part when it comes to interviewing, though.
He went in on Shannon. The part where he says, "You have a what's the favorite thing that's being memed now?"
He said, "Undying loyalty to losers."
Oh, Miss Netta.
Yeah.
Oh, because they keep saying Shannon Sharp look like Miss Netta. They keep saying he look like Miss Netta, and I am floored every time I see Shannon Sharp picture because I'm like, bro, y'all got to fucking chill.
Yo, Shannon,
we can't be the new adults.
But Shannon right now, he's another person who's remaking himself and he's finding his own way, and his deals are crazy.
He need to go talk to Cam Newton. Cam need help.
Does he?
Yeah.
Who said, Pablo, you can't get on here talking about everybody's shit.
I'm on my Cat Williams shit.
They be coming for us.
I'm on my Cat Williams shit.
I want Cam Newton. I want to know who does Cam Newton's wardrobe because I love it.
I'm Pablo Williams right now.
Okay. All righty.
No, like I watched I watched I don't know who was on there. Oh, the guy that be doing like the food hacks, like you get like free meals from Chick-fil-A. That dude, he be zooming into the camera when he in the bathroom.
Oh yeah. Ain't his name Jordan something?
Yeah, I watched that episode and I was like, "What is this?" Like, if I didn't know who that guy was, this would have been a horrible interview.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I never watched the whole show.
Yeah, nobody does. It's just clips. You got to catch the clips.
Yeah, and I mean the one clip that I did see that was about that I did like from the interview with Cat Williams was him talking about like living every day like it's your last. Like that was one of my favorite parts of that interview. I mean, because other than that, everybody just talked about all of the other the drama. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't want to hear all that shit.
I don't like nobody lying to me.
I get it. You know, like, and everybody like, this the year of airing shit out. This the year of telling the truth. I get it. But at the same time, like, how do I say this?
But whose truth is it?
His truth.
That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's a way to go about doing stuff. Like, yeah, you can air people out and all that other kind of shit because you choose to. But I think when it comes to doing that, you know, but Cat don't really care. So there's that again.
My mama told me that if you calling everybody else a liar about you, that shit true. Because everybody can't be wrong. Cat literally went on there and said everybody's lying. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
He had some strong
Everybody
facts,
ain't lying.
He ran away when he was 12. Facts. He ran away when he was 12.
Only thing I gotta say, for real, who has done drugs with Cat? Nobody's ever came out and said I did drugs with Cat. That he ain't lying about that. Nobody's ever said, "Oh,
no one ever came out and said they did drugs with Bobby Brown either." But we know Bobby Brown did drugs.
People said they got high with Bobby Brown. They snitched.
Who got high with Bobby Brown?
Who said that they got high with Bobby Brown? Because I ain't never heard nobody say they got high with Bobby or Whitney.
Exactly.
No. I don't think Bobby. First thing first, I don't think Bobby ever got. I think Bobby was just an alcoholic. In my opinion.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I think Bobby was just an alcoholic.
You fight for who you want to fight for. That's all I'm saying.
I just think he was an alcoholic. That's my problem.
No, Bobby Brown. No,
Bobby Michelle, Brown. I heard it was 3.
You think Bobby Brown was just an alcoholic?
45 minutes. Yeah,
I think he was just an alcoholic.
You think Bobby was just an alcoholic with his mouth?
That's not an alcohol lip. You don't get the puppet jaw from being an alcoholic.
He had the Dennis Edwards jaw. Like,
yeah. When I saw
this what vodka do to you. This is what vodka do to you. Right. Get the fuck out of here.
What kind of vodka? What kind of vodka is the question?
Lace vodka.
But here go the video of. But this video said who had the better swag surf, Boosie or Taylor Swift. So we better see.
Bring the blitzes like Deb was talking about. And the most impressive thing is, it's Mahomes. The answer for play. You want to talk anymore about Taylor's jacket? Well, you know what? I do want to talk about Taylor's jacket. I mentioned
Hey, Taylor was hitting that shit though.
I like Boosie. I don't even want to answer that question.
Because Boosie was by himself, so it looked worse. That's all. If he had a crowd with him, it wouldn't have looked as bad.
I didn't even know Boosie gained that much weight. I didn't know Boosie gained that much weight.
Yeah.
Boosie looked like he was at the corner in the morning waiting for the short bus. It was exciting.
Boosie looked like he got stuck in the mud. He was trying to get out.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God! He let a white woman swear to.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, because and then the way she grabbed her hand, she was in that shit. She was like, "Hey, hey!"
She's saying every note. She's saying every note.
She was smart. She's smart. She stayed in her seat. That's what.
Yeah, that's what it is. If she would have got up.
Yep, that's what it was.
It might have been
You trying to say
close.
Boosie would have looked better if he would have sat down?
Yeah.
Travis helped out before he got to the stadium. Like, baby, you're not going to embarrass me.
Okay? Like he was having a dance contest with my man that be with Ricky Smiley.
Wow.
Chris.
Yeah, Big Chris. That's my guy.
Oh man.
Hey, Boosie said, "I'm gonna get it how I live.
I think Big Chris might get him."
Wow.
When you have the white folks laughing at you, you know you's a little off. The white folks next to Boosie was like, nah.
He was putting too much into it. He was giving way too much. Way too much.
He's like, I'm about to kill him with this. They don't know nothing about this.
Wait, look at it again. Look at it. Hold on.
Mama gave me pet.
Boosie was doing Tybo. That's what the fuck he was doing. He was up there doing Tybo.
I know his baby was at the house with him and had that shit in the morning.
Oh, you already know.
His jewelry was too heavy too.
Bruh.
That was.
He over there doing a Zumba class.
He was on a Peloton.
Yeah, he was. Like, come on, y'all.
He was like, come on, y'all.
15 more minutes. 15 more minutes. Let's go.
Here goes. I swag.
My man was punching the air. That man, he's looking
listen,
like,
and that's why I said he was doing Tybo, because that's the only time, back in the
wait a minute,
not doing that dance, but that's what Tybo was punching and kicking.
Billy Blanks die?
Oh my god.
Billy Blanks.
What? Not
no,
you
Billy's
here
still alive.
killing folk.
He still alive?
Yeah, Billy's still alive.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
I haven't seen a commercial with him in years.
Yeah. My man. Yeah. Yeah, he was wilding. He looked like Trey on Boys in the Hood.
No, he's still alive.
Oh my god.
He's still alive. He's 68 years old.
God damn.
Is it?
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Billy Blanks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, it just made me look at my age. Like,
yeah. And then
still in
black
shape, though?
folks always killing off somebody.
I didn't kill him
that's
nobody.
nice.
I asked, was he still alive?
You already know I'm good for
Right.
that, Leo. You know I'm good for that.
You
I'll kill
absolutely
somebody
are.
quick.
I try not to kill people off real quick because
Richard Simmons still
sometimes it'd be like I try to search it a little bit before I ask that question.
I just wanted to know, was he still alive? I don't know.
Is Richard Simmons still living?
Let's see.
Shit. Yeah, he old as fuck. He thin as hell right here though.
Richard Simmons is still alive?
Yeah.
Yep, he's 75.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Still got the booty shorts and everything.
Not Richard out here.
Yeah, he's still hitting them with the he's
Who the hell is Herm Edwards?
Wait a minute. Who came in that order? It was Richard Simmons, then Billy Blanks, and who came after Sean T, right?
Yeah, Sean T's still alive.
No, I know that. Yeah, Sean T, yeah.
Did I just see Herm? I just saw Herm on TV, I thought.
Yeah, so Sean T's the new Billy Blanks.
Who is Herm Edwards syndrome?
Herm Edwards.
If he's talking about coach, I just saw him on TV.
Who's coach?
Herm.
The white man? Nah, he's still
Yeah,
alive.
he's 69 years old. He's still here.
69.
69.
That's a good age.
I'm about to say, coach still around.
He probably got one foot in the grave, one on the banana peel.
Whoa.
No,
You talking about people killing people off. Good Lord.
Herm be cussing people out. Herm like,
I didn't kill nobody. That's just said niggas is old.
Herm be like, your defense ain't shit. Like, Herm be going off on him. Even though he was the coach of the Jets, he can't complain.
Was I the only one saw that? Was I the only one saw Leo Rochelle just got there lift her motherfucker?
Yeah, I had to move it up because it was sliding. Shit.
Check our alternator real quick.
I had to slide it back down.
He was coaching the Jets over there, talking about other people's defense.
Oh, okay. Oh, he black.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
Master crept in there somewhere. That's all I'm saying. Master crept in the house a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me hop into the F word for today. You know, while we waiting on our guest to hop on. I ain't did an F word in a minute, child. So we gonna do this F
See,
word.
look at you showing out.
Hey, we gonna do this F
word.
word.
I got a question. Why nobody wanna show you love, black girl? They throw you shade, they want your light to shine, but you're calling it to be strong. If you're falling, I'm here to hold you up. Black girl, this mountain I'll help you climb. I'll be watching your back.
Hey, what's good, peoples?
I know F word you about to say. Oh, them pictures. But them pictures.
Fat, fabulous, and fine in them, ain't
It's another word you are using.
Only fans.
Like, okay, sucking the pearls. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, thick ass.
Yeah. With the lollipop and shit.
Not thickest.
Oh, my bad. You're fluffy. Okay, fluffy.
Fluffy, not thick.
I ain't going to Jamaica with her no more, dog. That thing caught me so off. I was like,
yeah, he got paper bag. They definitely paper bag, Coach Earn.
Anywho, for the F word for tonight, y'all. So we are like 3 weeks into the new year. 2 weeks. Is it 2 or 3? This is the third week. This is the third week. Forgot January has 5 weeks. So we are in the third week of the year, y'all. And a lot of us have created resolutions and all these plans and goals for the new year. So I got a word from Sis Issa Rae for y'all that's out here trying to do y'all thing, trying to get y'all life together. I got a word from our good sis Issa Rae.
In 2024, next year, I'm about to be so much better. That text responded to, that email answered, that project finished, that other project started, that book read, that nigga dealt with, that problem, not mine. Cheers to a much better 2024.
she married?
Dealt with.
What nigga dealt with?
Listen, because as we going into this year and as you continue to go further into this year, whatever you got to do to create your own peace, create your boundaries and all of that good shit, do it. Stop making excuses. Stop with the bullshit. Stop lying to yourself. Stop being on fuck shit. Like, you cannot have peace if you're not being your own peace. You can't move forward in life and the shit that you want to do if every time you want to do something, you're making an excuse for it. So make a plan, and a plan ain't a plan if it's only in your head. Write that shit down. Put some dates on it. And that's the one thing that I had to learn to do, was put dates on it, because I would continuously say, oh, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. And then it's a year later and I hadn't even started on some of the projects that I wanted to start on. So my mentor, or get some people around you that going to hold you accountable to the shit that you say that you want for your life, for your business, for your brand, for your health, all of that. Have some people around you who going to hold you accountable. And then make sure you share the dates for those things. Share the dates for your goals with people you trust, not with nobody that's gonna be like, oh well, I don't think you can get this done, or I don't think this is feasible, or anything like that. Not none of that kind of shit. Find you some people that you trust, who gonna hold you accountable, who gonna help you to reach them goals and help you to stick to them. Okay. And then at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and if you know you're gonna be able to handle all of your shit, make sure you are affirming yourself in those decisions and with those goals. And I got a little something from Uncle James Brown to help you affirm yourself. All right. Here we go.
Because I look good. That is? You I smell good. I feel good.
And you sing good.
And make love good.
Oh. Well, there we are. We don't have to ask anybody else. We got that from the source. There you are.
Talk about doing cocaine, boy.
That booger sugar.
Listen, affirm yourself in whatever way you need to in order to feel your best, all right? Make sure he was.
Can I take that James Brown intro going forward?
Into yourself.
I'm gonna take it going forward.
Yeah,
right?
You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, please do. I'm gonna take it going forward because mouth be killing. I can't going forward. I can't do introduction after mouth ever again because that was just crazy. No.
Okay,
so I'm gonna take James Brown intro going forward.
All right,
I feel good.
I feel like Leo is talking to me.
Listen, you got to affirm yourself in whatever way you can and whatever way feels good for you to get through it and get to it, okay? So that's the F word for the day, y'all. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. You setting them goals. Because this year, it could really be your year, but you have to determine that for yourself. You can't sit up here and say it's going to be your year and every chance that you get to make it or start making it towards this being your year, you on some fuck shit. So, the lesson for the day is cut the fuck shit. Okay? Okay. And that's from your girl, Leah Rochelle.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, man. What you was going to say?
Look in the mirror and say, I am smart, I am kind, I am beautiful, I am everything.
And you is. Okay? So yeah, make sure y'all out here conquering them goals and knocking them back, cause y'all deserve.
And I make love good too.
This year.
That stop. That's
from the source.
Stop.
I make whoopee good. With my wee.
What?
Oh no,
wee.
Oh no. That's gonna be my new intro. My new intro, outro. One of them.
You figure something out, honey, and we gonna make it work for you, okay?
Thanks, Thanks for the support. Thanks for the support. I felt the encouragement.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure I don't bring you on after mouth.
Pause. What are you doing?
That was a pause.
Pause everything. Y'all be pausing everything.
Well, you set it off with that intro, okay?
First thing first, did you hear how that
things in your mouth in the intro? We didn't know what was going on, okay?
I'm not gonna bring you in after what? Wait.
I said I'm not going to bring you on after mouth. That's two different things than in. See, how y'all know that y'all ears don't be working.
Somebody said big pause.
I said I'm not going to bring you on after mouth. Y'all heard in.
The comment said it.
That's on y'all.
The comment said big pause. That's all. See, anything after mouth is wild. Exactly.
And that's because y'all are perverts. And y'all choose to pause every goddamn thing. Everything don't need to be paused.
Yeah, stop it. We jumping Leo right now. Stop. Stop.
Oh, I don't care. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it.
We already know you gangster. Stop it.
I ain't no gangster, but don't push me. That's all I'm saying.
See? That's see?
I'm sure. And it's just because his name. It's just because of the name. It's because of the name. Mm-hmm. But listen, thank you to everybody that's over there on Instagram, tuned in, commenting, and all of that good stuff. Hey, y'all. Hey.
What's going on?
Somebody asked, what's the F word? The F word is my segment. That's what the F word is. No. Now.
You said after mouth. So I ain't know what's going on.
Now, hold on. Because I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be respectful because this ain't after dark. But
especially heinous.
You watch yourself, Pablo.
She said, watch yourself, Pablo.
See, the F word after mouth is hilarious. That's all I'm saying. That's the comment. I'm reading the comment. That's not even me.
Whatever. What up, Stretch?
What up, Mouth? What up, Pablo?
What's going on? What's going on?
Damn, what happened?
He in and out. He in and out.
I don't know.
He was in, he was out.
Grand closing. Thank you for stopping by.
No, is it a connection issue? Can y'all see me? Hear me?
Yeah,
we can see you.
Okay, cool. What's up with it?
And then what's up with you? What's going on? What it do?
This is Stretch. He one of our brand ambassadors. He was just hopping out here, trying to get into his groove of podcasting as well. So he on here for a hot second with us.
Okay.
He got a lot of titles. He got a lot of titles.
A lot of titles. I should have put the ... because there's more, like, but I ain't gonna do all that.
Yeah, he's like when you meet a doctor, a lawyer, and they all want to break it down what they do. You're like, bro,
you do a lot.
You do a lot.
So, question, fellas. This is me and all of y'all. I don't like the way that sounded, but okay.
I've seen.
I ain't say nothing. I'm over here.
We're waiting.
Go ahead, Leo.
So my question is for somebody who's trying to learn football or basketball, like what would y'all recommend for them to be able to get into watching sports more, especially like a woman? Because I want to learn about football and basketball, but I just don't watch it because I don't know what the hell going on. And don't nobody want to explain it to me. So y'all tell me what would be the best course of action to like actually learn.
Go to a high school game.
Find somebody with patience.
Go to a high school game. It's cheap.
Yeah, I was about to say, find somebody that really kind of like knows the ropes that can teach you, like, the logistics of, football or basketball, what position is playing, so you could be more, in tune with what's going on in the game. But also, I think there's some tools that they have, YouTube got everything out now. So just learning just like the basics of football and basketball, go to a live game. That it's always something that you can do, and go with somebody that's familiarized with the plays and, know what they're talking about. So,
or you can join
the dude trying to get the quick pack of cheese too.
What?
That is smart though, Mal. That is smart though.
Dude, that is smart though. Holler at him, you know what I'm saying? Be like, boo, I want to learn football. Take me to the game. Let's go somewhere. Let's sit and watch the game and, teach me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then we don't want to get your cheeks violated.
He'd be like, that's a touchdown. And then you'd be like, oh, that's a touchdown? And you touch him? You'd be like, oh, that's a touchdown.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you don't want to get your cheeks violated, they have female groups.
Craziness.
They got female groups on Facebook you can join too, and they can show you how to.
Mal, why do you always take shit left field? That is hilarious. Like, bro, what?
I'm just saying.
I didn't even see that one coming. He was like this. Oh, that's a touchdown? I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Listen, you have to pay attention to Mal because it'll sound like he on the right path.
He was on the right path until he said touchdown.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Mouth will be right. He will be on the right path. And next thing you know, it'll
he'll hit you with a double entendre that will fuck it all up
real quick. And you'll be
I was like,
wait,
that is a dope date. Imagine a girl walk up to you and be like, yo, let's go to a football. You'd be like, oh, that's a nice date. Let's go. Mm-hmm. And then next, that's a touchdown. And you'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
And she'd be like,
now booty in the air.
Oh wait!
I mean, I don't see like nobody making that a complaint.
Like that's your team. You want to celebrate? How we gonna celebrate?
We want to celebrate here, right now.
Lord. Anywho,
let's watch football. Every first down, you take something off, baby.
What?
Is that a
And
first
I
down?
don't even know what a
yes,
first
it is.
down is.
Yes, it is.
Anyway,
It's a first down.
cutting
I
up.
bet he's
We
just
have
for
our
every first down,
guest
6 or more.
on here. She is
Uh-oh.
behind the scenes.
We gotta act
So
right now.
clean it up. Clean it up.
Wait a minute. Who's here? Yes?
This
Yes.
is.
Yes. Not y'all clear y'all throats.
Yeah, you know how I
Listen,
get real
stop.
studious and stuff.
You know what it is.
Ladies.
Hey,
See?
what's going on? How you doing?
Hilarious.
Clowns.
Pablo.
You know, we're here.
I can't
Fat Girl
take y'all
Chronicles,
seriously at all.
Volumes 45.
Leo, see what Syndrome said?
No, I don't.
Mouth on the right path. Hey, yo.
It's so funny how he keeps missing certain words in these sentences, but I digress. Anywho, we get the one, the only Leslie Johnson. Okay. And if y'all don't know about Leslie, she is the 7th leading scorer in IHSAA girls basketball history. Okay.
Balling.
2,045 career points and 1,282 rebounds. Listen.
Just like that. Just like that. Just like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen, and she out here doing her thing with her newly found organization called Hush No More. I ain't gonna tell y'all no more. Oh, she is also in the Indiana Hall of Fame. Okay.
No Hall of Fame.
When I tell y'all, sis out here doing her thing. She don't come and talk to us. What?
I thought we can't get a sound machine.
She's going to come and talk to us about the life as a WNBA player, but also what that looks like after the fact as a professional athlete. And then not only about that, but then she's going to tap into what her organization, Hush No More, looks like. And we're going to learn some stuff. She going to learn us tonight on all of the things. So without further ado, I introduce you all to none other than Miss Leslie Johnson.
Miss Leslie Johnson in the building.
Damn.
Leslie.
Yeah.
You guys are so funny. What an introduction. What a beautiful introduction. You know, I always say, hey, if I had a manager at that time when I was in the WNBA who fought for me like you just introed me, I probably would have been in the league a lot longer.
Listen,
you fought hard for me. I appreciate it.
Listen,
for sure.
Anytime you need me to introduce you, I got you.
Let's go. Let's go.
Send me a text. I got you.
We do
I'll introduce you the right way. Okay?
It's all good. I love it. Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us, coming out here and talking about your journey and all of that good stuff with us tonight.
Yes.
You know I introduced you, but I'm gonna let you introduce you to the people.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. Again, my name is Leslie Johnson. Some people say the most critical fact you may have left out is that they used to call me Baby Barkley, right? They called me the female Charles Barkley when I played because I was known for just wearing people out in the post, to be honest. I'm not very tall. Matter of fact, I'm a little bit, some would say on the short side to play the post position. But I've always had heart and I always played with a lot of faith and a lot of courage, and it got me through a lot of things. But yes, I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I went to play, yes, from Fort Wayne. And at the time when I was coming out of high school, I was actually ranked the #1 center in the country out of high school. I had opportunities to play pretty much anywhere throughout the country, wherever I wanted to go, but I chose Purdue University, and it was a great move. Bull her up, right? And as a freshman, I led Purdue to their first ever women's Final Four. in 1994. And as a freshman, I was an All-American. I was National Freshman of the Year, first team All Big Ten. And I'm setting you guys up because we're going to get into what my company is and what it's all about and how did I get here. But I had this outstanding freshman year. Again, I led Purdue to the Final Four, first freshman ever in Big Ten history, men or women. Magic Johnson at Michigan State did do this.
Come on,
but I
you
became
better
the
tell 'em.
I became the first freshman in Big Ten history to be first team All Big Ten in 1994.
Hey.
So I had a great career. I jumped off very quickly in college. And then we're going to get into some things, but I really want to introduce your audience pretty early to my history. We turn on the television these days, and we see where Simone Biles, she, for mental health reasons, she said she just could no longer compete in the Olympics. We're seeing this happen a lot, where players are now taking time off for mental health. But I like to rewind us back to 1995, when after such a great freshman year at Purdue, it was this freshman who everybody talked to me about how to be successful, and I achieved so many things early. But what I was not really taught was how to handle success. And so my company means a lot to me because in 1995, I was 19 years old. And I went from everybody's golden child in the West Lafayette area and people who follow women's basketball to my second year that summer. I really just didn't know how to handle it all. And so I had a lackadaisical summer. I didn't work as hard as I should have, but still, I just mentally was not prepared to jump back in the fray, with all the media attention. And in that summer, my sophomore year, like I said, I gained a lot of weight. And then my sophomore year, my season tanked. And I found myself that January of my sophomore season that I decided to do something that was pretty unprecedented at that time. I bowed out at Purdue University for personal reasons. And I did not want to talk about it, but I knew that I was going through what we speak out loud about these days, and it's called depression. And I did not know really what that was. And at that time, so many people, it was very taboo. I got a lot of negative press, a lot of negative coverage, where people said, "Where is Johnson? She should be out there. Personal reasons, can't be that bad. Get back out there." But it quickly spiraled my sophomore year after I decided to bow out from the team halfway through the sophomore year season. And that's when things really tanked for me. And I would say about 2 months after I decided not to play for Purdue any longer, my best friend, my roommate, she found me unconscious in my room, and I had attempted suicide at the age of 19. And so that's kind of my untold story that I don't get. I don't share a lot, but once I decided to come clean about my mental health struggles to help other athletes cope, I knew I could no longer hide that fact that I attempted suicide at the age of 19. And only by the grace of God, my roommate, who also played for Purdue at that time, who had been gone all day, she just so happened to come in and see me unconscious and surrounded by pills. And she was able to basically make me vomit it up. She saved my life. To this day, she's my best friend. But at the age of 19, it's still a very dark thought for me when I look back how just a year before I was in the women's Final Four, just a year before I was first team All-American. And how could someone at 19 the following year try to take their life? And so there's a lot more things that happened from that point because that was a secret. I did not share that anywhere with anyone. And I kept bottled a lot of pain. And so I tried to let it go. I transferred to Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky was great for my mental health at that time. And I was able to lose the weight that I had gained. I was just this comeback kid. By the way, for your audience, when I played at Purdue my freshman year, I played at like 230 pounds. I was always a big girl. But once I tanked in that sophomore year, by the time I made it to Western Kentucky, I weighed 310 pounds at arrival. And so this was part of that tank from the original depression. It's a story few know because at that time, the NCAA allowed us to sit out a year. And so in the year that I sat out when I transferred, the people in Bowling Green, they knew a little bit, but they just got me to walk in. I couldn't run with my team. I was too overweight to play ball. I could not physically keep up with my team. And there I was. I had basically lost it all. And they put me on a wonderful regimen to help me get myself back together mentally and physically. To fast forward all of that, let's get to my senior year where, you know, I love the Lord, you know, and I love the Lord for a good reason because he kept me through a lot of things, through things when not just I couldn't talk about, but the nation was not freely talking about mental wellness in the 90s. And there I was in some hard days and some hard times, but God saw me through. I was able to recover everything that I lost. My senior year at Western Kentucky, I was All-American again. I lost over 130 pounds from my original rival at Western Kentucky. But my senior year, for reasons we can get into if you guys like, but 1998, a little history, it was only the second year of the WNBA. And at that time, it was 8 teams. And everybody that was somebody who was great and fabulous and who had played in the Olympics was trying to go home and play in this wonderful league they called the WNBA. And so in 1998, I had a hard journey to even try to open the doors to play in the WNBA. I did not get drafted, and I set you up to say that. But when I didn't get drafted, it was different. It was different because of everything I had gone through as a freshman. When things didn't go well, how I tanked, I said, "Oh, not this time. Not this time." So I didn't get drafted, and I was very disappointed by that. But the very next day, I got up and, like, you know, hearing the Rocky music in my ear, and was just like, "I'm not going back. I'm not gaining weight this time. I'm not doing all those crazy things. I'm not about to kill myself. I'm not going into depression." And so I kept working out, and literally, what I happen to be a little biased about, but I think is one of the best stories ever, where I was in Bowling Green. I heard half of the WNBA season was already played. And I had packed up. It was my last day in my apartment in Bowling Green. And I was heading home. And I was just like, I'm going to go overseas and I'll be good with that. I always wanted to play pro overseas anyway. And when I pulled up in my driveway, I noticed my parents were running out after me. I didn't understand what the excitement was all about because, again, I wasn't playing in the WNBA. I literally, the day before I drove home, I was playing at the local YMCA of Bowling Green. And when I drove home, my father ran out after me and he said, "Leslie, have you heard?" I said, "No." My mother said, "We've been trying to reach you. You haven't heard." I said, "Heard what? I don't know what's going on." And my father said, "Leslie, you did it. You're going to play for the WNBA, Washington Mystics. Get this, tomorrow you fly out. You'll be playing in LA at the Staples Center against the LA Sparks."
Wow.
And I have to repeat that. The day before, I was at the local YMCA.
Right.
I did not give up. I kept going. I kept the faith. The following day, I was on a flight playing for the Washington Mystics in the WNBA against the LA Sparks. And so I gladly share that story. I gladly share that story because that is my point, right? That's my purpose. Because look what happens when we don't quit. What would have happened if I would have gave up? All of these dreams would have never been realized. But I kept the faith. I found a way to keep on fighting. And now I'm serving to help others who struggle after sports, and not just those who struggle from sports. But again, people frown down, at least in past history, people have frowned down so heavily on depression and, you know, Black culture. And I like for you guys to expand even on that. Black culture where, you know, we just don't talk about it much. And so here I am. I'm here to talk about it.
And here you are. Listen, first of all, that's a beautiful story. Because so many of us don't have the opportunity to tell our story. So many of us don't, not even don't have the opportunity. A lot of people aren't willing to tell their story because they still look at it as a place of hurt, guilt, and shame when it's time to tell your story about your journey through your mental health journey. And so I know for a couple of us on here, like I know for myself, I deal with depression and anxiety. And I talk about my journey with therapy all the time because it really has helped me to become a different person. So I want to say first and foremost, thank you for stepping into that and becoming a voice for athletes. Because a lot of times people don't know what athletes deal with, whether they're like actively playing or after or whatever. We never know a lot of those stories. So, and especially as a Black woman. So I'm really grateful for you to share your story in that regard because playing ball and then moving from playing ball and now you have an amazing organization, but also in the midst of all of that, there's a story of somebody who had to overcome a lot in order to be the person that they are today. So I want to say thank you on behalf of Black women for telling your story, for stepping into that and actually honoring yourself. Because that is an honor of yourself, because you decided to not hold on to the guilt and shame and let that be the end of your story. So I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that your roommate found you. And I'm grateful that you've been able to make some strides and really change the narrative on this thing. Fellas, any of y'all got any questions or any comments as of right now?
That was such an amazing story for me because I deal with a lot of athletes, so I know some of the stories. I know some of the ups and downs on the human side, which comes from that side where a lot of people don't understand that, you know, like you say, when you was on top of your game, you was the number one commodity and everybody loved you, but on the inside you were hurting and people didn't see that side, you know what I'm saying? And nobody knew how to reach out and help you. But it's such an amazing story because now you've released it and been able to help so many of these young girls that's going through it now. And I always tell people, like, even like with the crack epidemic and all these family issues going on, like the problems are 10 times worse for kids now because everything is so microwavable. Everything is so right now. They don't understand that you have to fight through the struggle and keep going because they want everything to be right now. And then, you know, it's just so much, but you add so much to it, man. I know it's so many young ladies that you're going to be able to help. Young men as well that can be able to understand that, you know, believe in God and believe in yourself.
Yeah. And the men that you work with. Because what I try to do is connect the dots from professional athletes to the parents, because most of us have kids who, if they're not in Little League, they're in AAUs in basketball, it's T-ball. And then what happens is, you know, they've been dreaming since they were like 5 years old to at first, you know, go play for Kentucky or go play for Miami, get a D1 offer. And then, and I tell parents, it's not just us. Watch your children, because there is a trauma that unfolds when you have been playing a sport since you were 5 and 6 years old, and you realize your dream is not going to happen. That you may not get a D1 offer. And those that did get a D1, they may not play pro ball. And there's always a next step that there's going to be disappointments.
Yeah. I think if I must add, your story just of is amazing, by the way, and just vulnerability to tell your story about your mental health issues, to be able to be at the present now and stand in your truth. So I commend you. I also give you your flowers while you're here because of the work that you've done to get to where you are. You see what I'm saying? So you've made history, you've broke records and set trends, but the process along that was not, of course, easy. So I think it sheds a light on, just for athletes and just people all in general to be mindful of and just check on your friends, check on people, and just to really be sensitive as what people are going through, whether it's home life, whether it's just, like I said, depression can hit you in so many different ways. And so I'm sure that we can agree, we all know someone that, faces depression. So, just for you to be in a position now, Hush No More, I mean, just, WNBA, star, it's just an amazing story and an amazing testament. So you should be proud. So kudos to you. So appreciate that testimony.
One thing I always mention is I'm certainly not the only WNBA player, I'm sure, because I have friends and we talk, who experience depression or struggle to cope. You hear all this loose language, because people don't want to say the depression word. But I am one of few that one is willing to share and tell it. And I'm certainly in a league by myself that I am a former WNBA player that owns my own company that tackles mental wellness. And so it's all about the fall from grace, setting that we have to be willing to set healthy boundaries as parents and as a community. We have to talk to our kids. As players, coaches need to be upfront.
I like how you put that mental wellness, just giving the support, because I think it's so needed, because we see where the world is right now. And that's why I say your voice is, so necessary in this time, because, we have a lot of athletes that are dealing with that right now and, need that type of, encouragement or resource to be able to focus on mental wellness instead of being judged by the mental issue. Because like you stated, a lot of people have a problem, especially Black people, with the depression word. Like, we can't be depressed, and so it's just an amazing thing. And I just commend you and, all the other coaches around the world that are working with children. I know specifically, my dad, shout out to Coach Cliff. He's been working with, kids for a long time in AAU. So I think it's a good thing for him to be able to watch this show, to glean from that as well. So I think not only players, but coaches and, affiliates, for people to be more sensitive on the mental wellness topic. So kudos to you.
Thank you. And, another perspective, if you think about it, we remember where was Kobe the next day after he retired with the greatest, one of the greatest outgoing performance in the history of sports. They found him back in the gym. Why? Why, Kobe? Because it's hard to let go. It's hard to let go. And to all the men and all the young boys that are out here, one thing you really see from their side is, in sports, from high school, there's so much adoration in sports where, you're the stud on the team. And once your career is finished, you start seeing our young men struggle to cope. But I'm going to tell you where you see it. You're not going to see it in them saying, I feel depressed. A lot of times you'll see it where, there is sometimes it's a lot of, they get adoration from women all over the country. And so they accept that type of adoration. And then they end up, with a lot of outside kids and financial struggle. And then once your money is gone, then depression enters again. So we've seen that side of it from the NBA. where there's financial struggle and a lot of calamity.
So one of our viewers had a question. He said he wants to know how difficult it was during the transfer period, because that can be very traumatic for college athletes, especially having success and then realizing that it's not working out at this particular school.
During the transfer period, it's very difficult because you even though you say you're out, I don't like it at the school I'm at, you're going to a place that there's no guarantees, the situation could get worse. And you see this a lot happening from the NCAA transfer portal these days, where these players are just jumping in the portal because they don't like something their coach said, and then they go to another university and they really sit. So anytime you transfer, there's a level of risk, and so that with that comes a level of worry. And so I definitely went through that worry. And then you fear that people are going to, talk about you even worse, because they like, you transfer, you thought it was us, and you went there and you're struggling worse there than here. So, it's kind of a little ego in there too, that you want to make sure you're more successful, or you'll feel silly that you left in the first place. So there's a lot of emotional things that weigh on you. But I will say the positive side is once you decide to relocate, oftentimes, because they know how it could be portrayed, you do see athletes that work probably even a little bit harder so that they don't have to face that type of music.
Yeah. And I think it comes from the recruitment process, the people that you're around, that you have honest people, like not always saying that, or you're the greatest, or you're the best, but telling you need to work to be great or be
trash. The jumper ain't there. The jumper ain't jumping.
Right. Yeah. Like right now, now you're not gonna make it to the league, but if you work hard, it's a possibility.
Your left hand is weak. Okay, you need to. Your jumper ain't jumping.
Just like
and when I said realistic expectations, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Don't nobody on social media look at somebody's picture and say, "You look fucked up today." Don't nobody say that.
You can say it. It's all right.
I mean, and I think that's why people keep saying on social media we need a dislike button, because to level some of these people out, But what's the person's name? Roy DuPont on Instagram wants to know, what about success did you find difficult adjusting to?
Well, I'm going to assume he's referring to that transfer from my freshman year to my sophomore year. What made that difficult? Again, I went from a small city, medium sized, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and everybody knows each other, and it was all love and community, and praise the Lord, everybody goes to church, and then it's great freshman year, and everybody, and then my sophomore year, like I said, in that struggle where I came back out of shape, and I went from averaging 19 points a game to 10 points a game, and all of a sudden the headlines went from how awesome I was to that I didn't perform well. And feeling like I was a disappointment. When to go back over his question, when he asked about what about the success, I was not really ready for the national media attention that I received. I just wanted to be 19 in college having fun. And with that success came media, came everywhere I would go in West Lafayette. I would be asked to sign autographs. People knew me. And I did not know how to handle that.
Yeah, I can see that.
So how did you
because you're expecting to be a certain, you're not expecting to have all this attention, and now you have it. So everywhere you're going, people are seeing you, people knowing you, people asking you for your autograph. That's a lot to adjust to, from just being yourself with your people at church to now everybody.
Well, you feel bad because you're 19. And you're probably underage, probably was underage drinking. And you want to drink like all the other college kids drink. But everywhere you go, people say, aren't you supposed to be? So, you know that you don't rise to everybody's expectation because you just want to be young and free.
Yeah.
And so when you get that pressure of people frowning down or seeing you being a party animal, you know you're disappointing people and you don't always take that well.
So how was the adjustment period for you? Like going from one place to the other and like seeing success at different points of your career. How was the adjustment period for you? How did that help with your mental?
I think there are certainly different levels and different periods of time that that may change or balance out at times, because what we haven't gotten into is the fact that once I played in the WNBA, I ended up playing professional basketball pretty much all over the world. I got an opportunity to play in Israel. I played in Turkey. I played in Spain. I played in Portugal, South Korea. And so with that said, a whole lot of growing up occurred when you were in another country, and most of those countries don't speak English. And, you know, food difference, you're away from your family, you're not pampered like the universities and teams do. And so I had a lot of growing up. And so I did grow up and, you know, to visit and play in Jerusalem and, you know, be in my car and I see Nazareth, Bethlehem, in Greece, you know, seeing the pyramids. I mean, the list the list goes on and on. All the good things that basketball brought, right? And so you can't really just say, oh, it was hard and then it was great, or you know, there was all this success and then things just along the way there was always ups and downs, but it was always things, even when times got hard, that would keep me. And it was always surreal to be in these strange places, walking the Bible, living in the Bible story in some parts. And so you realize very quickly that no matter what low self-esteem you could have for yourself, that God must have a plan for you, because this is a special position that he's allowed for me to be in.
How was the culture shock, especially in Jerusalem? Like, how did they embrace you over there? Yeah,
well, you know, I played in Tel Aviv, but, you know, we would travel and play against teams in Jerusalem. We may have a game on a Wednesday, EuroLeague, that I'm in Spain or Italy. But those days were the good days. You know, they treated me very well for the most part. And, you know, I really enjoyed my time there. But I will say this, and that's kind of like the second part of my life. When I was overseas, get this, you know, I learned to drink alone. I was trying to cope.
I was coping.
Okay.
So I was having a good time in isolation by myself. Right. And I loved to drink. You know, I had a very hard time coming because before I knew it, once I got done playing ball, I really became, I was a raging alcoholic, to tell you the truth. And so, again, I wish I could say that everything was like, okay, you made it to the WNBA. That's it. In the story.
Yeah.
Right.
But that wasn't the case. You know, I went overseas and I had all that wonderful happiness. And then, you know, but I was lonely. And then I was angry that I'd only played in the WNBA for one season. And I thought I should play longer, like all athletes feel that they should be playing longer. And so it was difficult to deal with that. And so I did find myself in really difficult positions. When I got back, I did flip my car, DUI. Probably one of the worst moments of my life. And from that accident, I literally walked out with a scratch. And once again, it was just like, well, he saved me again. You know, there must be a plan for me. But I have, I'm totally for others if they, you know, alcohol and they drink and they have a good time. Matter of fact, I serve it when people, my friends come over. But, you know, it's been 11 years for me that I have decided to stop drinking alcohol because I did not know my limit. And so, you know, I gave it up. I live a life of sobriety because I feel like I have to think clearly if I'm going to bring this message.
Do you still watch?
What was that?
Do you still watch the games?
I do watch the games. I don't watch it as often as I should. I will say this because I know, you know, I'm one of the original power forwards, right? And so, you know, you look at the NBA itself. I mean, we grew up watching Barkley and we watch Olajuwon. Come on, y'all. I need a helping hand right now. Like they have eliminated post play.
Yes.
David Robinson, you know, those were the
6'6"
Yeah.
I mean, would Shaq even get in for Golden State these days? You know?
Right.
Let's be honest. So, you know, it's a little bittersweet for me because, of course, I cheer on the women. I cheer on the men. I still love the game. I root for anybody's happiness and success. But I will be honest and say I'm disappointed that they pretty much eradicated post play.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I had this question about it. So from my understanding that it's mostly mental and ego that the female athletes wants to play in the WNBA just to say that they're playing with the best athletes in the game. But you guys are more lucrative and financially supported overseas. Is that true?
Yes. That's a fact. That's always been the case. It's been the case for over 25 years and going that, you know, women, we make more money overseas than we make in the WNBA. Now, it is tricky because we want to make sure our young female viewers who have hoop dreams and want to make it to the WNBA understand it, that if you make it to the WNBA and you get a contract overseas, your salary overseas is going to be pretty lucrative. As opposed to if you don't make it into the WNBA, you may still get a contract to play overseas. It certainly won't be as lucrative. So the goal will always still be to play in the WNBA because that's going to set the tone to how much money you make.
Okay, that adds your value to you.
But now with NIL entering the whole, people making they're making money straight out of college now.
Man, the NIL agreements has been, it just depends on how you look at it. You know, some people say, what a wonderful thing. Some people say it's a curse. You know, I've heard both sides to this. I personally, I'm always going to be for the success of the individual. But you're exactly right. You look at players who are playing in college and there's some of these women, like Caitlin Clark's got a tough decision to make, you know, when they're making, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not, you know, close to $1 million or more. I mean, every day her stock is going up and, you know, she's not going to make that in the WNBA. And so it becomes tricky. Do you come out or do you stay and continue to get those endorsements and make the money in college ball? So, you know, those kind of decisions will get made between them and their people.
So in connection with the organization, right?
What'd you say?
Go ahead, Matt. What'd you say?
No, I was saying that I think it will add more to the college game because they'll stay longer. Because why would I leave and go play somewhere when I'm already making $2 million a year and I can still be in college? You know,
I love that.
Good money.
That's what the
I love that assessment. That's the upside to it. And you, but again, you know,
is,
you're talking about elite. You're talking about elite players that make
right. That's
that
what
kind
I'm
of
saying.
money.
So then the bad side is you got those players that sit on the end of the bench that's still struggling, trying to figure out where they're gonna eat at, and
they still eating
where
noodles.
they're gonna be able to buy some clothes at.
And the bad side also affects what you do, because the bad side is you have players that are now staying for 5 years. Then we even had players with the COVID year stay 6 years. And then you got the portal, and you got NIL agreements that are motivating them to stay. And so you look at high school players and you wonder why more college offers aren't happening.
Yeah.
When they can just reach in the portal, or there's so many college players that continue to stay at the university. The window for high school players is just getting smaller and smaller. And I think that that's kind of tragic in some ways.
Yeah, the Washington football team that just played in the bowl game, they had 6-year seniors there. Because of the portal and the red shirt and all that. Yeah, like
wow.
Yeah, and
hold
is
on,
crazy.
Hold on. So we're not making fun of super duper seniors no more? Like that's
because they getting paid. So we can't make fun of them. We
can't make fun of them. Listen, you've been in college for 6 years. I can't make fun of them.
In the normal life, Shador would leave Colorado this year.
Right.
But
exactly.
$5 million a year, why not stay?
Yeah, but right now he gonna take ballroom dancing.
I'm a double senior driving around in a fucking Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
he gonna take everything.
He gonna take ballroom dancing, basket weaving.
My man,
pickleball,
KFC
whatever keep him there.
Hold on, he plays football in a what a Richard Mille on, don't he?
Yeah, exactly. And when he scored a touchdown, he showed us on TV. Like
you just.
And can you blame them?
No,
I mean, I can't fault them. You can't blame them.
Not at all.
I mean, they're making their money, and honestly, if they got good advice, somebody should be advising those elite players who are getting those type of deals. It is best to stay in a lot of those case scenarios, because they're making their money, and there's nothing guaranteed in the pros, and you could come out and get drafted. The window to make it to the league is getting smaller and smaller, so make all the money you can make. It's a difficult decision to make, but I just wanted to make sure I stress how much it does affect high school kids.
Yeah,
the longer they stay.
So, are you talking to these students? Like, are you reaching out to the students, like the athletes, and like trying to get into their heads early and to try to coach them into like directing them on a proper path?
Yeah.
Yes, I mentor. I have my share of girls and boys that I mentor. And I also, in my platform, when I do public speaking and I talk on mental wellness or life after sports, usually I talk to a lot of high schools and I get connected to athletic directors, and they make sure they have their athletes there. But yes, I do all I can to bring them reality, especially those ones that I can talk to on the phone, and all of them say the same thing, that they want to play D1. All of them say they want to play in the pros. All of them say they want to make a lot of money one day. Okay. And I'm not a dream killer. I hope for all of them that they do. But the reality is
the jumper ain't jumping.
I think you need to hire Pablo. Pablo will help you. Like, listen. Here's the reality here.
Don't hire Pablo for
nothing. J ain't J right now.
Don't hire him for that. Don't hire him for that.
They'll
be out here ready to fight Pablo, because he has no.
They'll be better athletes when they done, though. They'll be better when they done.
No proof. They'll be tussling. So no.
So I have a quick question.
I do not recommend.
So I have a quick question for you, Leslie. So what is the greatest advice that the greatest advice that you would give to upcoming athletes that want to aspire to be in the WNBA and the NBA, and how does your organization and your movement, your placement now connects with the growth and development of ensuring mental wellness for athletes?
My platform, it is mental wellness, but I'm not afraid or bashful to talk about faith as well. Because what we see now, you see all these athletes. I mean, we got plenty of gyms open. We got plenty of parents spending all their money on their kids to get all their individual training and everywhere. And what I would say to these athletes is you have to work harder on your mind than you even work on your game. And I'm not just talking about for depression. I'm talking about for inspiration, for motivation. You better know that you're the best. Yes. And there's a lot of athletes that don't. They're bashful, they're shy, they're insecure. And let me tell you, they're going to get ate up and spit out when they make it to college, because they're going to be playing with teammates who are all about themselves and may the best man and best player with the last shot win. And so these athletes need to know how to navigate just being mentally tough. And of course, we see that in our kids. It just seems like a weaker generation. They can't handle as much as we used to. And these coaches expect a lot from you, especially if they're going to give you $100,000 scholarship.
See, that's why they need me. I tell them the left ain't jumping, the jumper ain't jumping.
I think LeBron really messed the game up for everybody because he came in mentally strong. He didn't only come in physically strong; he came in mentally strong.
Man,
so
I think he just has.
But I think that comes with. That's what I was about to say. I think coming into something like the NBA or something like that, mentally strong means that you had people who were training you to be that way. Like, you got to have the right people around you who help you to recognize who you are, recognize your greatness, and to recognize that you can keep pushing. Because even now, as adults, a lot of us still struggle with being able to be mentally strong and mentally adapt to the environments that we're in, because some of us get $100,000 right now. We're going to lose it and be done. And then we're going to be sitting on the curb somewhere butt naked and shaking because we weren't mentally prepared to handle what $100,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We weren't mentally prepared. And most of us are 35 and up. And so think about giving that to an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old. And then we seeing all of them out here doing all of this reckless stuff. Well, what did you think they were going to do when you gave them this kind of money? What did you think they were going to do without having the proper training, without having the proper management? And then if their parents was just waiting for them to be able to get the bag, then that's not helping them either. So having the people around you to help build you up, to help recognize your greatness, and then help to continuously groom you the right way, that's how people become mentally prepared for what they're walking into. If you weren't, then you gonna catch a lot on the back end.
And athletes need to be taught like financial intelligence, because you go broke fast,
easy.
You know what I mean? Like I got a regular check and I go broke tomorrow. So you know what I mean? So you give an athlete 100,000, that's nothing to them. Like, so they whatever they see on TV they want, and it's gone. Like, so
hold on. Did you hear how Shaq went broke in one day? Like, he literally showed you how he blew $1 million in a day.
Yeah, because he bought everybody a car. He bought everybody a car.
He bought his mom, his dad.
It comes from your upbringing and who you have surrounding you.
Yeah.
Because they give you financial classes, they give you all that stuff when you go to the league and all that. Now, if you don't pay attention to it, it's based on your upbringing and who you had supporting you. Like, if
you need mentors. Again, you need mentors. You need support, because we can say all we want what they should have done, but at the end of the day, they don't have discipline. It's new money to them. Right. And so they want to enjoy it. And so they lose it very fast. But we've seen it everywhere, Delonte West, homeless, unfortunately, where I really cringe is to start naming names of how many pro athletes we've already lost that have either died to suicide or have died to drug overdose or to addiction. It's everywhere. Why? Because it's hard when you realize, man, I blew everything I had. Or I'm not playing anymore, but man, I once was paid and now I got to go home and, I'm broke. And so you got to face that music, and it's not easy to face. And so again, people turn to things to help them deal with that. And so it's unfortunate, but it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's always about who you had around you and who you have around you. That's so important.
And it has to be
Cleaning
in
up
you
your
too.
circle is a very hard thing.
No matter, like, you can have the best circle in the world, but if it's not in you a little bit, just like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make it, nothing's going to stop me. That circle don't mean anything. You know, like, you can have your uncle saying, yo, save your money, you know, put it in the bank. You have your mama saying, yo, just buy a little bit of house. You ain't got to get a big house. But if you want to do what you want to do and not listen, it's no point. So,
but also that comes with the lesson. Like, that's the lesson in it, though. Like, that's where we have to give people their own free will. You can, like you said, you can give them the information in the game and the understanding and, you know, kind of help them. But I mean, if they just hell bent on doing it their way, then they're gonna have to learn the lesson the hard way, and then they're gonna absolutely 100% gonna come crawling back. So, like, okay, so you said what kind of accounts again? You said a savings, and then what else?
IRA and Roth.
Because because then they see like oh, I was on the verge of being like broke, you know. And then even like teaching the young adults about like Leslie said at the very beginning about boundaries. Like, a lot of us don't know how to set healthy boundaries about ourselves, and we don't even know how to set boundaries and follow the boundaries we set for ourselves. So we really don't know how to do it with nobody else. And so even with the usage and alcohol and drugs and all that kind of stuff, like, those are worlds that these young people are being introduced to, and they've never seen this kind of stuff before. And so that's how they end up in some of these spaces where they like,
and the other side to that is we all think that there's always tomorrow. And so that's why they spend their money, because they think, oh, well, I'll be on another team next year. Oh, I'll get a bigger contract next time. And it always, and we see it every time, you know, it's very few athletes that actually retire out, or they bow out on their own terms. Either you didn't get a chance and it was over, you were cut and it's over, you were waived, it was over, but you did not see it coming. I promise you. It's like 95% of us, you do not get to see it coming. So you either listen to all that good advice, or you get caught.
Pablo gonna call you saying you're jumping, ain't jumping. The left is weak.
Pablo, our next LLC, the rejection squad.
There you go.
Oh my
goodness. We're gonna start it.
So you know what I
think? Nobody can take this. Me and Pablo, we're gonna come to you and let you know that you suck. That's it.
Yep.
Lord.
I think the biggest thing is trying to, get the, you know, because we're talking about how much athletes can like blow money and they're not, you know, kind of ready or prepared. I think the biggest thing is, of course, in connection to your mental wellness, is to make sure that, you know, these individuals see the greatness in themselves and start with self-love and you know, protecting their peace and just learning boundaries, learning how to have financial planning, you know, learning how to condition themselves and prepare themselves for greatness. So I think, you know, in connection to the mental wellness thing, I think it's a dope thing that you're doing, you know what I'm saying, to bring awareness to these athletes, to be able to give them the support that they need, dealing with the depression and all the issues that they may have mentally. I think that, you know, like you said, having the right people in place and support it's just great. It's just necessary.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Can we not negate life experiences? Because I mean, we really do have to get out here and experience life on our own terms. And so, you know, some of that comes with messing up, because I'm a witness. I'm a witness to getting out here living life on my own terms. And then I'm definitely that one. So like, so you said I need how many accounts and then how much I'm supposed to save regularly, because I used to be the person like, let me live my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't. And that was a constant battle with me and my mama. Like, girl, she'd be like, I'm trying to keep you from bumping your head. Well, let me bump it. That used to always be my reply. Let me
The
bump
old
you.
wise man once told me a child don't know his knee scrape hurt. If you keep catching them from hitting the ground and they don't never scrape their knee, they ain't gonna know it hurt.
Listen, I used to tell my mama all the time, let me bump my head.
You already know,
Because
baby.
it might be some fun in bumping my head. Okay, it might be some fun on the way down as I bump my head, but when I come back up, don't lecture me about me falling and bumping my head. Just be like,
You know, they always say the fall doesn't hurt; it's the impact from the fall that hurts. So watch where you fall.
That's sudden stop.
That's good.
Watch where you fall
whatever the tagline is.
Write that
All
down.
I know is that I had a good time when I was on my way
because
down.
if you think about it, in life we go through these experiences, right? And it's the experiences of not necessarily quitting, but the failures that we learn from. The method of dust yourself off and try again. So the actual falling
so you
is
got to.
Yeah. The actual falling is not the thing that is hurting you, that hurts. It's just the impact from the fall. So yeah, y'all write that down and y'all know this.
You don't have to fall as hard.
Wait, bye.
That was good stuff. I appreciate it. That was good.
Stretch said, nah.
Yeah, and
So while we talking about this, Leslie, can you explain to us how can people reach out to your organization? How can they receive your services, and what type of services can they receive from your organization?
Everything is really, if you just remember Hushed No More, make sure you put the ED on there. So many people forget the ED. But Hushed No More, you can go to hushnomore.com. Hushed No More is on Instagram. You know, we have a platform on Facebook. We have a platform on YouTube. And so we're just trying to get the message out, and especially on the website. That's where all the contact information is. They can reach out to me. I go, like I said, I speak, but also, you know, I have people that work with me that we just, you know, because one thing I'm always careful about, want to make sure everyone know that, you know, I'm not a certified psychologist. You know, I'm not licensed for that. But I do believe that telling our story, sharing our testimony, helps lives, saves lives. And so that's what I do. But when people come to me and they say, listen, you know, I felt like, you know, taking my life, you know, Hush No More will gladly connect you to NAMI. You know, we'll gladly connect you to people who are licensed behavioral therapists that are out there as well, that can give people the services that they need. But I will say this, it always amazes me how many people are hurting because simply, you know, we just need more love. We just need more love on this earth. Some people, seriously, I know it's underrated, but some people just need a hug. They just need to be told that, you know, keep going, keep fighting. You're doing well. You're amazing. You know, what you did, nobody else could do. Your life matters. You're here for a reason. The best of you is yet to come. You know, spiritually, your ladder will still be greater than your past. So we need to just begin to give more inspiration to the people that we love, people that we don't. And I'm a big, firm believer that love heals all things. And so we just need to put more love in the atmosphere, y'all. Everybody needs to do their part.
You sound like my text messages.
You need
with Leo.
8 hugs. You need 8 hugs a day to survive and 12 hugs for maintenance. Okay, like
yeah,
us are touch deprived. You need 8 hugs a day.
And
8 hugs.
Okay, so
8 hugs a day.
8 hugs a day.
Where that's written at?
For maintenance, and I'll send you the link. I'll send you a link because a lot of people are touch deprived. And matter of fact, I'm gonna send you the link to our show where we talked about touch deprivation.
Hold on.
We talked about touch deprivation in May.
I feel like I need to be touched.
Mental
health. Whoa.
Mental health. Now that's Leslie, I apologize in advance.
So you gotta have balance, though. I love it. I love all the perspectives.
No.
I love it.
You said 8 times a day.
listen.
First thing first, people don't wash. I can't touch. I can't be hugging people. Like, sir, no,
Sir, that's neither here nor there. That's what is recommended for people to be able to.
If Jesus can hug people when he walked 300 miles, you can hug somebody who washed their behind last night.
We want to thank Leslie for dropping in with us and giving us information. And to tell us her story. Her story is amazing, and I want you guys to make sure that you check her out. Follow her on all social media platforms. She has Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of that stuff. So make sure y'all check out the organization. Hush with the ED on the end. Hush No More. And make sure y'all check it out. Make sure y'all get in tune and see what she has coming up. And all of the greatness that's to come from Hush No More. I'm grateful
and she's gonna hire me
that
too.
we were able to have this conversation with you and to be able to learn about how you got here, learn about your story, and to know that you was out here hooping. Indiana girl, Midwest raised, okay?
Absolutely. You know, hey, let me say this. You guys are so awesome. I love a good time. And I can tell this is not random. This is what y'all do. So, keep your platform going. And I appreciate you just giving me a chance to tell my story, share my story. And hopefully it helps and impacts some lives out there.
Oh, it will.
I'm sure it did.
When you gonna hire me, Leslie? When you gonna be on the payroll? I got you.
Okay. Right on, y'all. Right on.
Got you. Left ain't method. That's all I'm saying. Got you.
Well, y'all know how we do. We thank you again, Leslie, for hopping on here. Thank you for telling us about Hush No More. Y'all know what time it is. We getting ready to get into this new music moment, and then we up out of here, y'all. Again, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. If you are not following, shared, or subscribed to the Fat Girl Chronicles PGC Media or PGC After Dark, check us out on all social media platforms. And make sure you follow us on all streaming platforms: iHeart, Pandora, Audible, Amazon Music, Spotify. Anywhere you can find podcasts, you can find the Fat Girl Chronicles there.
We everywhere.
We finna get into this new music moment, and then we up out this
thing. You so silly. Okay, I'm the channel. Come on, mouth.
What's up? It's your man, The Mouth, and it's time for your new music moments right here on the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast. I'm getting started off this week with Mr. Eric Roberson and his new single, and it's called Here For You, right now in your new music moments.
This melody I attempt, the notes that live within, did not begin with my lips, and it's not where it ends. That's not to say what I say is not true. They were here before, right now it's here for you.
Yes, indeed. The song is called Here For You, right now, Mr. Eric Roberson. But now we're moving it on with Mr. Destin Conrad, along with Alex Isley. And they have a single out together, and it's called Something That We All Do As Humans. Same mistake. Right here, your new music moments with your man, The Mouth.
Why you always wanna play games? Nighttime you're mine, and daylight you act like you don't even know my name. Hurts me to say, but I gotta move on. What you want me to say? I thought I could become the type of guy that you're looking for. But maybe I'm not good enough for you. Now that love is it, but same mistake. Same mistake.
Now we keeping it moving into our singles of the week. And they're both remakes, and y'all know how I feel about remakes. But this one was done by One More. This is the kids of 1 for Boys to Men. And they keep it all in the family. But please don't go. Right here, your new music more.
Slowly, my eyes began to see that I need you here right with me at all times. Yeah, my feelings are so deep for you that I won't let go. No, of you. I can't let this go. I can't turn it around. It's only this. Please don't go away from me. When you call my name, I'll reach out my hand to you. To my heart. Please don't go away from me.
Yes, indeed. That was One More, but please don't go. But now we moving on to the single of the week. And I'm glad they let these brothers do that because I'm real picky about my remakes. But the group is No Guidance. And they went to talk to New Edition and redid Can You Stand the Rain? Right here, your new music moment. Tell me what you think about it.
The storm, 'cause I need somebody who will stand by me. Through the good times and bad times, she will always be right there. Sunny days, everybody loves them. Tell me, can you stand the rain? Another storms will come. This we know for sure. Tell me, can you stand the rain?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's the remake of Can You Stand the Rain? And the group is called No Guidance. Don't forget to go pick up One More with their new single, Please Don't Go. And also Destined Combat along with Alex Isley and their single, Same Mistake, along with my man, Mr. Eric Roberson, and his new singer, Here For You. Yo, this has been your new music moments with your man and mouth. Don't forget to follow me on IG at the_mouth247. That's the_mouth at 247. And if you got any questions or concerns, man, or you got any music that you want to get at me, hit me up right here at the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. That's the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. Yo, hang out with us each and every week right here for the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast. And don't forget about the sisters, the aunties, the rich aunties, every other Friday podcast after dark. Shout out to Sarah, SMG. Happy anniversary, 3 years, man. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. Pablo, love you, man. Yo, this has been your new music moments. I hope I added something to your life musically, like I did mine. And like I always say, man, it ain't gonna never change, baby, because I'm
Hey,
yo, Mal.
Okay.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, Mal.
Sure.
All right, Mal. I see you doing your little debut. You know what I'm saying? Doing your little, little intro.
I don't know how I feel about that. Please don't go away,
bruh.
The remake.
What is missing?
The remakes were shaky.
It's good. It's good.
Hey, he was feeling that thing, boy. He was
I think the feeling that I missed from it, I think, is the bass part.
Yeah.
The bass. Yeah, that's why I said it's missing a little.
Yeah, it's
missing
it's
the bass. It was a little light. It's a little light, but I like it.
I was talking about you about Can You Stand the Rain? Because you already know I'm a new addition to the death. I was like, oh, he done lost his mind.
Hey, look, I'm a new addition to the death, and when I heard it, I was like, they did justice to it.
Yeah. I was like,
they didn't go in there and they try to overdo it.
Right.
They just kind of flowed. They wrote it. They just wrote it so nice. I was like, yo, this shit dope. And the sad part about me is like looking at the album cover, like the niggas are ugly. Like I just hate to say it.
I was just saying.
But
they
can fucking sing. They fucking can sing their ass off. That's
the 80s though. They bringing the 80s back when the ugly people can sing and got all the girls.
Anywho. We want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight to another episode of the Fat Girl Chronicles. Thank you to our guest, the one and only Leslie Johnson of Hush No More LLC. We want to thank you for telling your story. That's what we are here for people to live out loud, tell your stories, and all of that greatness right here on the Fat Girl Chronicles, PGC After Dark, and PGC Media. Yeah. Once again, thank you to SMG for allowing us to stream on your platform, and happy 3-year anniversary to you all over there.
Yes.
Make sure you check out Thursday Night Live on Thursday, and the aunties will be back next week, not this Friday, but next Friday. Because we going to the land of Delulu next week. So that's our topic for next week with the aunties. We talking about being delusional. Okay. Check us out next week. Delulu.
Y'all little old.
I don't care. That's the little swing. That's the little slang. So that's what we going with. But anywho, check us out on all social media platforms and follow us, Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got a lot of dope things coming up with PGC. So you don't want to miss it. Check us out. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we out this thing. Y'all know what I say. Whatever you do for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week, don't do it with your half-ass. Do it with your
whole ass,
y'all. We up out this thing. Peace, y'all.
Diamond Show.
You gotta do it with your whole ass.